Greetings! Do you smell what I smell? Have you been able to get the beverage machine to work yet? Why do we all have to wear these ridiculous ties? This is my hiding spot, and I'm not moving until the situation is drastically improved. Now go away, and don't tell anyone I'm here. Is anyone else getting hungry?
They're waiting for you, Gordon, in the test chamber.
For God's sake, open the silo door! They're coming for us! It's our only way out! Do you know who ate all the donuts? Hello, Freeman. I'm up here. Practice your long jump if you must, but hurry up.
It's 1999. My brother, my dad, and I are all huddled round our family PC. We are completely immersed by this revolutionary first-person shooter. We'd never played anything like this before. We played it over and over and over again. My brother and I would play this game at least once a year, every year, as well as the Opposing Force and Blue Shift add-ons. I spoke to my brother recently and he told me that he played Half-Life on his ROG Ally. We have not changed. Half-Life is part of our DNA now. Half-Life was the main reason why I purchased a Steam Deck. I was suffering from my yearly Half-Life withdrawal, and I don't own a PC. Valve re-released Half-Life to be tailor-made for the Steam Deck. It runs flawlessly. Multiplayer is also included, and it has rockets and body parts flying all over the place. This is the original UK big box release, the very same one we had 28 years ago. I found this on eBay and I can't believe how well it's preserved. It's just like the one we purchased the day of release. I am very lucky. I wish I still had all my big box PC games. We had all the Doom ones. I love the orange and black theme with the iconic lambda symbol. I did a bit of research and the lambda signal represents wavelength and how subatomic particles move and interact. I don't know what any of that means, but it just sounds cool. It's also a clever use to use this as the letter A. Remember these, kids? Instruction manuals came with games, and they offered creative insights of the game you're about to experience. This one has concept art, a letter to Gordon Freeman about his work, information about weapons and enemies. We just don't see instruction manuals in new games anymore, only really in collector's editions. Developers had to really get creative to sell games back then. Looking at the back of the box was the only real way to sell what the game was about. There aren't many good ports of games. Either the devs can't quite get it right with the resources, or the hardware simply isn't good enough to run it on. However, this port does the job and more. I picked up the CD only on Marketplace with some other games, and I had this cover printed from a store on eBay. It's an alternate cover which I prefer to the original. Obviously the sound and visuals are not as crisp as the PC version, but that's okay. The gameplay and overall presentation is very faithful to the original. It's one of those blue discs from the early PS2 days. There's a lock-on feature which helps immensely. Pressing the circle button locks onto an enemy. I think this is a positive as controller aiming is not as precise as using a mouse. A welcome mechanic in my opinion. There is also a rather peculiar save feature. You can quick save at any time, however it only saves to the system memory, not the actual memory card. To save to the memory card you have to manually do so in the menu. If you don't save to the memory card and turn off the console, well, you're going to be pretty mad. There is also a new co-op campaign only available on this version on the PS2. You play as fellow scientists who have to make your way out just like Gordon does. It's fun and I remember playing this with my brother many years ago. And finally there's a 1v1 split screen deathmatch. This is an excellent version of Half-Life on the greatest console of all time. If If you're a Half-Life fan, you should definitely check this out.
No! 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 Get it off me! Get it off! Get it off! Why, look. Another head crab. Ah! My goodness.
Die, you bloodsucker! That'll look nice in my trophy room.
This is a HEADCRAB hat. I found this on eBay. I've used it in some of my Instagram posts. I think it's official. I like it. I enjoyed Black Mesa. It does what any aspiring remake is destined to do, which is to be faithful to the foundation and add more to create a sense of new. The NPCs offer more dialogue, speak to one another, and there are women scientists, which is a nice added detail. The environments are familiar to the original with more added in. Plus there's a picture of a cat. I found Black Mesa more challenging than the original. Much more enemies and they hit a lot harder. Black Mesa's version of Zen is beautiful. You can actually see alien life going about its business in the background. There's more involvement from human scientists too, having installed many bases to conduct more experiments. In the original, there's just a body here and there with a pile of ammo. The Vortigons are presented as a persecuted race that are willing to help Gordon fight. This shows Gordon as a savior in Half-Life 2. Memorable set pieces are plentiful. Don't worry, I won't spoil them. However, Zen goes on for way too long. So much could have been cut out. Any first-person shooter fan should play Black Mesa. It's regularly on sale on Steam Store. Go and check it out and support the talented people behind this brilliant remake. I think everyone has that one game that itches that particular part of the brain. An itch that needs to be scratched at least once or even twice a year. Half-Life is my itch. It's one of my favourite games ever. It's the reason why I purchased a Steam Deck. I didn't decide to buy a Steam Deck. The itch did. What sets Half-Life apart from all the other games I've played is its narrative. It flawlessly flows. There are no cutscenes, no objective markers, no maps, not one. And very little music is used. The story is pushed forward through NPCs giving you very small amounts of dialogue to absorb. A scientist, a security guard, or even the enemy soldiers offering a few sentences to provide you with your next objective or an update in the world. It almost feels realistic. Not that I've been in this situation before. Another iconic opening in video games. Just like in Silent Hill 2, a video I made recently. Go check that out if you like those games. I remember my brother excitedly announcing that you could look and move around in the tram. This was so cool. He must have just moved the mouse by accident or something. For the longest time we thought it was just only looking forward. Now I could get to see more of Gordon's commute into Black Mesa. What also makes a good first-person shooter is how the guns are presented. Are they fun to shoot? Yes. Yes, they are. There is also a variety of unique weapons featuring organic alien arsenal and experimental human science stuff. Weapons are loud and they hit with a wallop. And let's not forget the iconic crowbar. It has cemented itself in pop gaming culture. I love the story. It's somewhat reminiscent of action movies from the 80s and 90s. Main character overcomes overwhelming odds to survive and beat the bad guy, sort of, until you play Half-Life 2. Gordon Freeman is a clever scientist, that's for sure, and he's respected by his fellow employees. He never thought this day would end up opening a portal to an alien world and having to fight a military death squad. Gordon uses his smarts to stay alive long enough to gain notoriety and attention from the military and the aliens. Then the G-Man announces at the end of the game that there are higher forces at work, leading to the events of Half-Life 2. It's also that era in gaming where water looked like this, and you couldn't see anything under the surface, making it terrifying. Games in this era were innovative. During the late 90s, early 2000s, we had a lot of games come out that reinvented the wheel. Half-Life is a caveman discovering fire. It's like the suit and tie. It will never go out of fashion. It's one of the best games ever made. Thank you for watching. Be good to each other.
I hope that odor isn't coming from you.